Hello, and get ready with me while I talk about how I became a bridal stylist. I feel like I became a bridal stylist in kind of a roundabout way. The most common things I've heard are people who have just always been interested in fashion, want to get into fashion, or people who are inspired by their bridal shopping experience and whether it be good or bad wanted to get into the industry, either to give others the same experience they had or to kind of fix the issues that they had had. I was neither of those. I actually went to school to ASU, Cronkite, and I graduated with a degree in journalism and mass communication, but I had done my internships in social media and I did their digital marketing lab, which functioned as an internship. When I graduated, I was looking for jobs in marketing and social media. One of the first ones that really caught my attention was a local bridal shop that needed a marketing assistant. The job description mainly was composed of social media and a little bit of the website. I applied for that, I met with the owner, and I kind of just knew I had it in the bag. Everything about this just felt like fake. My job was going to be trying on wedding dresses, making fun videos about it, just doing social media all day. But I got it and I started it and I was absolutely in love. I only started part-time with the possibility of eventually going full-time with that company. A few months in, I overheard the store manager talking about how they needed to hire someone just for Saturdays. It was going to be someone kind of just helping around, answering the phone, seating brides, helping with dresses and everything, and that they're kind of it's going to be hard to find someone that only wants to work Saturdays. So I said, I'll pick up a day. I'm only part-time. I would love to get more hours. I'd love to get more experience in bridal. At that point, I had shadowed quite a few appointments because they really did want someone in marketing to understand how a bridal appointment runs and works. But these Saturdays were where I really got a lot more experience of just what bridal is, and I really started to understand it and just fall in love with it more. And very shortly after I picked up on Saturdays, they sat me down and they were like, we have a proposition. How would you feel about being reception/marketing? I would sit up at the front desk, I would help seat brides and answer the phone, but during any of my downtime is when I would be doing a lot of my marketing stuff. I would be able to call other people up to sit at the front desk if I needed to make videos or something, and that actually worked out really well. There's not a ton of random walk-in traffic, so I feel like a lot of receptionists would have just been bored there with nothing else to do, but I was able to get kind of both done. And as they started to give me more marketing tasks, besides the social media, I started to do more on the website, I started to run styled shoots and everything like that. They started to pull me away from reception a little bit until eventually they did hire a separate receptionist and I became full-time marketing, basically only doing marketing. But in that meantime, while I was in the store a lot, I took a few bridal appointments. The first bridal appointment that I took was a sample sale appointment. If you don't know what a sample sale is, it's basically just a bridal shop trying to get rid of their old samples to make room for the new. It's sort of like an all hands on deck situation, so I was kind of if you need someone to take extra appointments, I'll do it, half joking. And they're like, no, yeah, you're doing it. So that was when I first took my very first bridal appointments, which those were definitely a lot less stressful, because you're only looking at dresses off the rack and they are kind of a limited time. That is so much blush. I'll fix it. I did love it. I did think that was super fun, but I have always struggled with social anxiety, and I did originally feel like it took a lot out of me. A lot of people, I think they meant well, and I think they were mostly joking, but it was kind of this running joke of oh, Colleen could never be a stylist. She could never take brides. She would never be able to do that. Anywho, the next time I took a bridal appointment was when the system that we were using glitched and it allowed more brides to book appointments than we had stylists for. I was just kind of thrown into that one because we didn't find out until very shortly before that bride came in that she even existed in our system. And it was a great experience. I found her address. Almost 2 years in, I was working mostly from home, full-time marketing. I got called into a meeting with the owner and my manager, and I didn't expect anything weird of it, and in that meeting I got laid off. And it was honestly the biggest shock of my life. I did not see it coming at all. I did not understand some of the circumstances that were going on around the company that led to that until very much after the fact. The very first thing I did was I was sobbing as I updated my LinkedIn profile because I had told the owner, I told my manager, like, I see myself being here for life. Bridal brings me so much joy. This company brings me joy. This is my dream job. Like, I want to continue to grow with this company. So I began applying for marketing and social media jobs. I interviewed with a few companies and just nothing was exciting me. Nothing was bringing me the sense of like, it will be fulfilling. Everything was just kind of like, I need money right now. Like, I need to start working. I was also afraid to, I'm delusional. I'm truly delusional. I was very, very convinced that they were going to call me back any day. They were going to be like, we realized we made a mistake. You've done so much for this company. Like, come back. And I was going to be like, duh, like, now you see. Obviously, that didn't happen. So 2 months in, I finally applied for a bridal stylist position at a different company, the one that I'm currently at. And the second that I walked in for my interview and I met with my current manager, I just knew that I should have, day one, I should have been applying. The more that I help brides, the more that I do this, the more I realize that I love it and that like my social anxiety is really something that I can work past. But truly, I love everything about being a bridal stylist. Like that moment when you know a bride found her dress, it's just like, it's a super fulfilling job. But it can be a very emotionally draining job. It can also be a physical job. I don't think anything else, I don't think any other industry could bring me the same feeling that bridal does. And I am a super emotional person. I am someone that needs to find fulfillment in my job. I think if I hadn't started the way that I did, I never would have found my way here. But that was my journey to where I'm at now. I definitely would love to get back into the social media and marketing side of it. I would love to keep taking brides. Wherever this industry is going to take me, I know that I'm not seeing my way out of it anytime soon. So yeah,